Hey everybody, morganslv here. Let's see, it's almost noon on Sunday. Just had some things I wanted to go over. Today's date 10/3/2010. Gold 1318, silver 2209. Still getting used to seeing that price on silver and gold. You know, one of the things that that I was kind of thinking, in my own mind here is that the fact that the Fed, can produce money, can produce fiat currency, right? And with alarming pace. We all know that, but the one thing they can't produce is jobs. And another thing that I thought was kind of funny is I was listening to, I want to say, I don't know if it was Rush Limbaugh. It was one of those shows, and one of the things that the host said, he said, "Look," he goes, "so let me get this straight. We have all these shovel-ready jobs. Obama claiming to put people to work and whatnot. And the bottom line is this." He goes, "So let me get this straight. Are you telling me our economy's in a mess because our roads suck, right? Because they're in my area, they're working on the roads like mad." And honestly, I'd rather see our country, putting our resources, more in line with being able to sell stuff abroad, so we can bring our, our deficit down, right? Our trade deficit is crazy, and fixing the potholes is great. But why don't we do that after we straighten up, get our house in order, so to speak? The other thing is, I constantly go back and forth with my buddy, Rich, and the reason over housing. I keep warning him about his housing situation. He always reminds me how his sister's a broker. And what I've noticed is that I think I study the market much closer than most of the brokers that I know. I'm not saying I'm nothing against brokers, but man, I kind of live and breathe this stuff. And I'm not trying to derive a commission off of going out and selling a property at this time. So I think they can, I think they're, you can be in a forest, you can't see the forest for the trees, right? And I think that's kind of a lot of their situation. They're kind of lulled to sleep, at least the ones that I've talked to. And these are people that have been in the industry 20 and 30 years. I find that kind of shocking. So one guy was saying it like this: without a government guarantee, the home buyer would have to come up with approximately 30% down on a property. And so the bottom line is most homeowners, or most people that are in the market for a home, can't afford that. So, I keep having to remind them, when the average person with an average job can afford an average price home without any funny monkey business by the government, then the pricing will be correct. It is not that way right now. Would you as a bank, or would you as a person with capital, loan your money to a family that has no skin in the game? They come in, basically the government gives them $8,000 to move into this place. They have almost zero money in the game. Would you do that with your money? Would you take a small portion of your silver and loan it to a family so they can go to get a house? They got no money down. Who knows what type of loans they got going on, whether it's full doc or not, I'm not sure. The bottom line is, it's just not a good deal. Let the dog in. My dog's barking. So here's the bottom line. The Fed must exit the market. This one guy said it like this: they're in the tinker business, and they need to quit it. They need to quit tinkering with the market. Leave it alone. Let free market forces prevail. We've got into this situation because it's so funny. It's like they're looking at their balance sheet, and they're trying to. So they have houses that are worth this much. So they want to inject their formula to make the houses worth this much, so their balance sheets look better, right? So that they can keep this false economy going, when they should just exit the market, let it crash, rip the Band-Aid off in a quick fashion, instead of taking all year to do it, or the next 2 decades or whatever, and let's get it over with. Why should you and I, and anybody else out there with a job, why should we pay for the bailouts? Why? I don't understand it. I am not in agreement with that. We should let the too bigs fail. The ones that are getting ready to fail, let them fail. Let's clear the market of this funny money, and let's start over with real cash, right? So let's go over my son's business. for just a second because I like to go over like the metals reports, and I also like to go over what we're doing. We had a bit of a bad news. We got kicked off of AdSense and for fraudulent clicks. And I don't know, maybe some of you could help me out there. How do we keep people from doing that? I mean, I don't know who did it. I know none of us did it. And so we got kicked off of AdSense. Now, I will tell you this, that I cried exactly 0 seconds. I told my wife, well, let's immediately get into our ebooks that we wanted to do, and we'll go from there. And we're looking at ClickBank and whatnot. If any of you have any insight on that, I'm not sure how all that works. I mean, it's fairly... I'm sure the information is on their website, on the help section and whatnot, and we're filling out a form to repetition, to get our ads back, because we've had them on there for about 3 or 4 months, and we're getting ready to kick a paycheck off there and all that. So, however, the other thing that I am glad of is that his business is doing fine. So. Our main goal, as you guys know, is to have passive income. The thing that I want is I want AdSense, ClickBank, whoever else we use, our ebooks to be kicking us a check every month or every 2 weeks, however that's going to work out. And that's the biggest thing on my mind. So my theory is this: it's just a speed bump. But again, if we can get it, we're not going to take say no to the money. So if any of you have any help for me out there, I'd appreciate that if any of you guys are AdSense experts or whatever. And, we'll just kind of go from there. But anyway, this is just kind of a short video today. I just wanted to do a shout out for my son there and let him know that I am trying to help him out on his deal because he's pretty upset about it. And, first time in business and whatnot. But I made some more appointments for him today off of his ads and off his website. And, it's kind of cool. So anyway, once again, it's Sunday. A nice day. It's not real sunny, but it's not as hot as it's been, here in Northern California. I hope all of you are going to have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Morgan SLV out.